and welcome to our sleepover where we're gonna talk about boys and tell secrets. I'm Steph,
And I'm Pam.
and we're going to jump right into it. Just a note on the dedication because, Pammy, you are recording from, I believe, JFK International Airport.
Absolutely. I took a flight last night from Fairbanks to Anchorage and then Anchorage to JFK. So I've been traveling.
Running on no sleep today.
So the plane that came from Anchorage to JFK had like 10 people on it, and it was like a huge plane. So I did get to like lay out and get a little bit of um sleep, but it's still uncomfortable to sleep on a plane, so I don't get much sleep.
Probably the most comfortable you could have been, not in like business class or first class.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. Well, Pamela Lamb, so I have a an itinerary for us, okay?
Oh, I'm so excited.
And we're gonna start off with a little game called Pam or Steph. You might It might be similar to a game you've played at maybe like a bridal shower where it's the
Okay.
bride or groom. So I'm going to make a statement and then I'm going to say three, two, one. And we both say at the same time who we think that statement applies to.
Okay.
Okay. First one. Who is the better driver? Three, two, one. Pam.
Am.
Yes. I want to
See,
say
that was
I'm
hard
not
though.
I'm not a bad driver. I'm a stressed driver.
Mm, definitely. Okay. Yeah, because when I drive, I feel like I'm pretty laid back. Actually, there's a story. One time I was driving and my nieces were in the back of the car, and my sister-in-law was sitting next to me, and they were like screaming and hitting each other, and she was like, "Are you not stressed by any of this?" And I was just like, "What? What are you talking
I also have a story to demonstrate how I drive, and that is I hate driving south of Yonkers in the
about?"
tri-state area. And I have some friends that live in Jersey City. I don't know if all of our audience really knows how horrible it is to drive in the like greater New York City area, but my friends who live in Jersey City had a baby this past year. And so when I went down to visit them, I wanted to have some food. So like I was coming with some food. They didn't have to worry about feeding me. My mom helped me make pot stickers in this sauce and I drove my dad's car because I forget why.
Yeah.
On the drive down, I was driving, I was stressed. The Every single turn I made, more pot sticker juice everywhere in the car. Slosh, slosh. It smells like pot stickers, okay? I find a parking spot in Jersey City, a block away from my friend's apartment, and I like I'm cleaning up pot sticker juice. I carry it into their apartment and I need 5 minutes to just sob every time I get to their apartment in Jersey City.
No, and
It's
it's not
horrible.
even your car. Like, it's your dad's car, so you have to like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's a rough one.
that's a little microcosm of how I drive. Okay, number 2. Who takes longer to get ready? Three, two, one. Steph.
But that's just because I am not a normal person and I can get ready in 2 seconds flat. Like, I
Um,
don't wear makeup. I brush my hair, but I mean,
you just have a really, really impressive like transition time from asleep to ready. Like
yeah.
asleep to ready in 30 seconds. It's
And my
kind of
husband will
crazy.
say the same thing. Like, yesterday, because we had to get to the airport, right? And it's a 2 hour drive to Fairbanks from where we live. He was like putting his shoes on. I got up at 8:50 because I kept hitting snooze and we were supposed to leave at 9. I was ready to go at 9. My husband was still putting his shoes on at 9:30 and he was like, "We need to go." And I was like, "I'm ready." I've been ready.
I've been ready. I was ready since 30 seconds after I left the bed. Husband.
But
I
he
do.
needs like he wakes up and he needs an hour to drink his coffee, and so even with him, I get ready so much faster than him.
It is true. And I relate to that. Like, my ideal is having an hour to get ready because I like to drink tea and I like to like lay in bed for 10 minutes, whatever. But on a work day, I can do it in 20 minutes. But
Yeah.
even that is significantly longer. I visited you in Utah when you were working for Arches National Park. You did have to work at 9 and you did wake up at about 8:55. It was wild. We our friends were all visiting. We were like, "Should we wake her up?"
And I'm known for being like on time for things. So it's not like incapable of getting ready in that time. It's
100%.
just yeah.
Okay. Third one. Okay, this is an interesting one. Who is more likely to get lost? Three, two, one. But I would say neither of us are like super prone to getting lost.
Yeah. So I have like a pretty good map system in my head of new places, but that doesn't mean that I'm immune to getting lost.
And my downfall is my confidence because I feel like I have a fairly good idea of where I am usually.
Mhm.
And if I have a good idea of where I am, I'm pretty confident that I know my way back to where I need to be. And sometimes I'm super wrong. But I'm like, no, we have to go left. All my friends are like, Steph, we definitely came from the right. I'm like, you're so wrong. It's crazy. I'm 100% in the wrong.
Do you have like so I'm really good with like cities and streets and stuff, but how are you in the woods? Like do you have a sense of like east, west, north, south?
No, but I'm really, really diligent about trail following because
Mm,
I have like gotten lost and gone off trail. And I'm really good at like backtracking, making sure I'm on the trail because definitely I think if I had no trail, I would be in pretty bad shape.
yeah. So I don't know if you know this story, but like my husband and I, we live on 9 acres in Alaska. And I used to just go out into the woods and I would like follow the same path and come back. But one time I went out and I went out a little bit further than I normally do. And I was like, oh, if I turn here, I can follow it back and it will go to where our driveway is. And instead of like backtracking to where our campsite was, because we were camping on the property at the time. So I turned and went back. And then all of a sudden, I was like realizing that I was going in circles.
Oh
So
no.
I was only on 9 acres, but the way that the whole area is like proportioned, it's like way more acres that don't have anything on it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how far I was from where we were supposed to be, and there wasn't like a place that dictated the edges of the property, right? So it was just woods and woods. And I freaked out. My phone died. I lost it. I was like sobbing, screaming, crying. I had my dogs with me. So I had Kumba off leash and I had Diamond, my service dog, attached to me. And then I was like, I've killed us all. And my husband doesn't know where I am because he had been away when I left, so he didn't know that I went out into the woods. I like got a text out to him, I'm lost, I don't know where I am, right before my phone died. And I was like, okay, maybe he'll be able to like find me based off of that. And then I let my service dog off leash because I was like, I mean, this is the end. And she led me back to where we were supposed to be.
That's horrifying. That like fully 100% was in a situation where people just get lost and can't find their way back. That's so scary.
100%. And I have not explored the property since then. And like my plan is to next time I do go out to explore the property to take a ball of yarn with me so I can
Yeah.
just follow it back.
I think it's also right. Eventually, you guys should start to make landmarks right around the property to have some kind of
Yeah, yeah.
directional.
And we're gonna build trails and yeah.
Yes. Wow. That's crazy. Alrighty, Pam. What you think? One more, Pam or Steph?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, who said I love you first? Three, two, one. Pammy?
Pam.
Yeah.
100%.
You're just free with your love, and I love that.
I have so much love for you specifically, and I need you to know about it all the time. So
Well, when we met and first became friends as freshmen in high school, I really feel like there was a it was like we were falling in love. It was like a very sudden, like we're obsessed with each other. We're actually together all the time. Right? Don't you feel like it was just a blink of an eye and suddenly we're kind of inseparable?
no, and I do feel like it's remained that way throughout our friendship. I mean, obviously we live so far apart from each other, but like when we do see each other, it fits so well.
Yeah, yeah. There's never any stress. I was talking to Rachel about this because I have this with like specifically our crew from high school. When I make new friends, cuz I have made some new friends in the past 2 or 3 years that I really love, but
Hmm.
there are times when I make plans with my new friends and the time comes around and it's like, "Oh man, I really wish I didn't have to go do that." And of course, I love hanging out with them and every time I go, but there's an energy expenditure to go do that. Whereas when I'm with you, when I'm with Rachel or Kristen, like our original crew, there is no there's like so little energy expenditure to like be in the same room, you know?
Yeah. See, I do feel it with Rachel and Kristen. I
Oh
do
yeah.
feel this like anxiety, especially like Rachel and Brian and me and Kevin will do double dates.
Yeah,
And
that's cool.
always right before those, I get this like intense anxiety.
Oh
And then it's
no.
fine while we're like actually dating.
Totally.
It's fine. But I do feel this anticipation anxiety beforehand. Same with like Kristen will do like little dates just ourselves.
Yeah.
And I get that anxiety. I think the only person I don't get it with, apart from you, is Deanna. And I think it's
Mhm.
because Deanna hypes me up so much
Yeah.
that, like,
She's so easy to
I
hang out
can't be
with.
like, what if Deanna hates me? Because it's just physically impossible for Deanna to hate me.
Yeah. I wonder if it would be different if you lived closer and saw everybody more. Like, I wonder if it would be
I do think it would be different,
yeah, it can be a challenge. You were the one that branched out, girl. There's consequences.
yeah. Moving away.
Seriously. Okay, okay. So, Pam, for our next little segment, I wanted to fill our audience in on my little camping trip that I took.
Yes, please tell.
So, as you know, I have been transforming my car into a little camper, my little Prius, and I like totally reupholstered the inside and my brother helped me like hook up electric and stuff. And so I took it out for the first time last week. So I went to this really great campground on a lake. It was beautiful. I did have like little hiccups here and there with my setup that I have to fix in the future. But this is the main kind of story that I wanted to tell here. And that is that over the course of one full day at my campsite, I saw 3 bears. And
Three different bears or three of the same bear?
I don't know. It was not at the same time. So it could have been the
Okay.
same bear 3 times and it could have been 3 different bears, but it was like the same area. And in my
Mm-hmm.
mind, it's the same bear because I'm like, oh, that's my friend, right? He came around, he came to visit me. He lives at my
Bestie.
campsite. So I took a video of this bear and I sent it out to a couple different chats with my girlfriends, right? And I sent out the video, and with it, I said, this guy kept hanging around my campsite. And in two different group chats, a girl said to me, one of my friends, I am so relieved. I read this before watching the video, and I thought you were saying this guy was hanging around my campsite. And I just felt like it was such a perfect little microcosm of man versus bear, that whole thing.
Yeah, that whole thing that went down.
Because in reality, in the actual reality, it is so much less scary to see a bear in the woods. And granted,
100%.
it's a black bear, right? Grizzly bears
Hmm.
are a different like story. They're very scary. But when we're talking about black bears, you rather see one of those hanging around your campsite.
I mean, even black bears are scary, and I would still prefer them over a creepy guy. Like,
Yes. Right? It has a different vibe. Bears are supposed to be there.
so there was a bear in the Denali campground a couple of years ago, and I was just overhearing this story. Someone, one of the campground hosts, was telling it at lunch, and they said that the wildlife police came and they were trying to get this bear out of the campsite because they had to like close the campsite for a couple of days because he was trying to get into stuff. And this bear climbed a tree, and they were like, all right, now we just have to wait at the bottom of this tree till this bear comes down. The bear like monkeyed over to another tree, and then another tree, and then another tree, and then ran down the tree and ran away.
Oh,
They said they've never seen something like it in their entire lives.
that bear said they ain't gonna get me today. They said they think they got me. I'm out of here. He said,
You
bro,
think you
watch.
cornered me in this tree? Absolutely not.
He was conferring with some squirrels. That bear, the squirrels were like, listen, this is what you got to do. And the bear said, no problem. And then the rest of my camping trip was really good. I did buy a fan from the dollar store, and so it did die after I used it for 1 hour.
Oh no.
And then I have my electrical setup is that I have a power bank that
Hmm.
charges as I'm driving, but I
Oh, sweet.
also have an inverter in my car so that if my car is running, I can get electricity from my car.
Okay.
But I was having some issues with that setup, but the biggest one was the first night I got there. I got there around like 9:50. It was pretty late. I went right after work. And I didn't know, this is on me, that you can't check in after 9 or 9:30 or something. So
Oh.
I drove up to the gate and I was like, here I am, ready to camp. And the person who was there, she was a sweet lady. She was like, oh my gosh, honey, I can't, like, you can't check in after 9. And I was like, okay. So, like,
Did
you
you
know
cry?
me.
Because I would cry.
I so I'm really proud that I didn't cry, but only because only because I was gonna make my escape. So I was clearly
Okay.
getting emotional. So she was like, "Yeah, you can come and check in after 8 tomorrow." So I was like, and she was like, "Where are you coming from?" And I was like, ready to go. I rolled up my window. I was like, "I'm sorry, I have to go find a place to sleep." And she was like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait." And she was like, "I just need you to know that at 10:30 everyone at the booth leaves, and hypothetically there would be no one here to stop you from getting to your campsite and then checking in the morning." And you didn't hear that from me. But there's a little place you could park and wait till 10:30 if you were so inclined. And then she handed me a map.
People who understand,
Right?
they they're the best
She was a
people.
girl's girl, I'm telling you. She saw that I was just alone, just a girl, and she handed me a map and she was like, for tomorrow. This is for tomorrow. So I got to my campsite and it was late. It was already quiet hours. So I didn't want to run my car for the AC because I was worried that it would be too loud. Granted, there was
Hmm.
not a very crowded campsite because I went on a Wednesday night and Thursday night.
Okay.
And then my power bank that I used, I was going to plug in my fan because it was hot the first night. But it was dark. I couldn't figure out how to turn it. I was like, why is this not turning on? It turns out the power button was being hidden and I was pressing the wrong button the whole time.
Oh,
But
damn.
I eventually was like, every time I turn on my car so that it charges, it lights up. So I'm going to do that. So I did that and I pressed the button and that did turn it on. And then the next day I found the actual power button.
Nice.
And then the second night, because I saw so many bears, they were like very strict about your food and stuff. You're like, don't keep food
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
place you're sleeping, don't sleep in clothes you cooked in, wash away your campsite after, or wash your area after you cook. So I'm here, like, I'm camping in my car. There's no other place for the food to go. This is where
They didn't
the food
have
goes.
like
No, they didn't have little food bear enclosure things. So then I'm scared because I'm sleeping with my windows down. I just have a bug screen. I don't have like a barrier there. So I'm scared I'm waking up to a bear claw in my car.
yeah, in your
And
face.
and so I it was too hot to not sleep with the windows down though. So I turned my head around and slept with my head facing the trunk instead of my head under the window. And I woke up in the middle of the night to these sounds.
No.
Sniffing, okay? And I was like, "Ah!" So I start banging the car window to scare away whatever it was. And then I went back to sleep. I don't know. There's nothing else I could do.
Self-preservation for sure.
Yes. So then when I woke up in the morning, my car was covered in little muddy raccoon tracks.
See, the raccoon just wanted to cuddle with you,
Right.
and that would have been a great for a night cuddle.
I really think it wanted my food, but
Mm,
but I'm grateful that it was a raccoon and not a bear.
yeah, that would be so much different. A very different story you would be telling.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. And that was my camping trip, Pammy.
Awesome. I love hearing about it.
All right. This is what I have lined up for the rest of the episode. I have one little game called What Would Pam Do, in which I set up
Oh
a
God.
scenario for you and you tell me what you would do in that scenario.
Okay.
And then I did grab a couple of questions from Reddit from people asking for advice that I think we can help out.
Cool beans.
So let's see. What would Pam do? All right, imagine this, Pam. We are on a girls' trip together in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
You were very tired after our long day of relaxing and swimming and doing whatever we wanted.
Sounds good.
And I ran out of milk for my tea. So I ran out to the convenience store while you stayed behind to relax. I come back to our lodging with an absolutely enormous spider on the back of my head. What would Pam do?
Well, I would immediately talk to the spider and be like, hey, my guy, you
Mhm.
should not be where you are right now.
Yeah.
I
Mhm,
don't
mhm,
know if you understand what's going on, but
mhm.
the place that you've chosen to perch is not, it's not for you.
Okay, and then what about the spider comes back at you and says, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm cozy up here. I'm doing just fine."
I think the spider needs to get consent to be on someone's head,
Mm, mhm, mhm,
and
mhm.
I think I would have to remove the spider. I'm not good at identifying spiders, and I don't know if Puerto Rico is overrun with a ton of like poisonous or venomous. I don't know which one they are, spiders.
I don't know either.
So I would be concerned about that,
Mhm, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I wouldn't want to freak you
Yeah, that's I 'cause I would.
out.
Granted a freak out like one of those like that'll get rid of a spider, but then it's like in where we're staying, which I think could be a problem.
Yeah, so I'm like happy with spiders being in where I'm staying as long as they don't try to do anything shifty.
Yeah, I'm always
Like if they
worried.
if they understand the boundaries, and the spider obviously doesn't understand boundaries because they have
Clearly.
arrived on your head.
Yeah.
I'm okay with living in tandem with spiders, but yeah, that I don't I'd have to like see the spider go into a place that could not be retrieved from, like a little cabinet or something,
Yeah.
to feel safe in the space.
I would need that spider out of our space. There was one time I saw a spider. This was when I think it was early high school. I still lived at my old house, and
Hmm.
I saw a spider run underneath like my desk or something. It was late. There was school tomorrow. I did not go to sleep until that spider was found because but great, but you know what? If it had been a bear, it would have been fine.
By the way, it's so crazy that like we met in high school, and I would consider your old house like your middle school house. Like you were in your house in middle school, and then you moved to your big house in high school.
Yeah.
But it was all in the same because we didn't even know each other until high school.
Yeah. And I mean, in some ways that's true. We had it was February of junior year that I moved into the new house.
Okay, so it was about 2 years that I knew you in the old house, and then
Yeah.
I've known you in the
Almost
new
3.
house since then. So I guess, yeah,
Yeah. I'm glad that most of our friends had the opportunity to see my old house. I do feel like it's a core part of who I am?
I loved your backyard. Your backyard was so magical, I
It
feel.
was. Yeah. Cuz like
Like your backyard now is really nice because it's nice and big and there's a lot of room for activities.
yeah.
But your old house, it was just like enclosed in like a fantasy, like
Yeah, it had
comforting way.
woods on either side, and those woods were like it's in a very non sad or scary way. It was giving like Bridge to Terabithia, the front half of Bridge to Terabithia, where you go
Before it
in.
becomes about child death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And there were trails through it. I built forts in there. There were blackberries grew in there. So good.
Mm,
It was really just like it was pretty peak. All right, I have one more. What would Pam do?
okay.
Scenario 2. Okay. Imagine this, Pam. We're on a girls' trip to Puerto Rico. Don't let me influence
I
you.
feel like you're underlying something here that maybe needs to happen in the future.
Oh, you know what, Pam? I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think. But now that you say that, now that you bring that up, okay, what's gonna happen? Okay, we're on a girls' trip to Puerto Rico. We have one of those amazing over water bungalows. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
ocean, but there's like a stilted bungalow.
I'm here with you.
Okay, you went inside to take a call from your husband. I was angry about it. No. Um, I continued to swim. After it's like you're maybe 5 minutes into your call, I burst inside in a panic. 2 pairs of goggles. I say, Pammy, a scuba diver in a neon pink wetsuit, just breaststroked at the speed of light up to our dock and swiped my phone. What do you do?
um, I mean, so my first instinct would be to chase the person, and I'm not bad at swimming, but I'm not gonna catch someone swimming. Like that's
Not
just
someone who can breaststroke at the speed of light.
so I do think I would like jump into the water and then be like, this is not viable.
Right, right, right. It was all it was all like I'm gonna save the day until it was like, oh, maybe we should have made a plan.
So then I would regroup
Yeah.
and then probably call the police. this person
Mhm.
is in a very visible outfit,
Yeah.
so I would think we could track them down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would certainly let you use my phone to contact anyone you needed to
Mhm.
contact that your
Mhm.
phone was, and then we would have to go from there.
I feel like, and this is just like, right, I'm thinking about what our surroundings would be. I'm thinking the bungalow next door has like 10 hot guys in it. This is just what I would imagine would it makes the most sense to me. And we
Okay.
call us we befriended them, and they've been making us dinner, they've been bringing us snacks, we've been having a good time.
Hot guys love to do stuff for me because I'm completely innocuous to them. So
Yeah,
they're like, wait, you can help me with chicks? Like, yeah, let's do this.
yeah. Both of us, yeah. I feel like we've established a good relationship with them over our, I don't know, 3-week long girls trip to Puerto Rico.
Okay, more details about the dates that I'm going to be setting aside for this.
And we call out to them. We say, "Hey, stop that scuba diver." And all 10
Okay.
of them dive into the water. There's a struggle. They capture this person. They save my phone. And it turns out this person, okay. Brainstorm with me, Pammy. Who does it turn out this scuba diver was?
Uh, who does it turn out this scuba
Because I'm
diver
thinking my
was?
first instinct is Joey Fatone. Why
See,
did
I'm
Joey
thinking
Fatone
like
need
a
a
long
phone?
lost lover or something, but we
Oh,
don't
yeah,
really have those.
right. If only I had a long lost lover. Yeah, it could have been anyone.
Joey Fatone, long
Joey
lost
Fatone.
lover, you know.
Yeah. Joey Fatone apologizes. He says, "Listen, I'm doing a comeback tour with the boys. You're invited." And then we go see a NSYNC comeback tour.
I would be 100% on board with this. Are we? So I know we're making the Puerto Rico trip happen, but are we making the Joey Fatone stealing your phone and inviting us to the Backstreet Boys?
In some ways, I just think if we make our girls trip happen, it's inevitable.
Right.
It's just kind of the timeline is stretching before me. I see it. And that's what's going to happen. Okay, beautiful. thank you for thank you for playing What Would Pam Do? I love what
I
Pam
hope my
would do.
responses lived up to your expectations of me.
100%. All right, beautiful. So, Pammy, lastly but not leastly, as we like to do, I brought up some people who need some advice.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with this one. This all of these are from r/advice on Reddit. This is from, let's see, brown hair, brown eyes on Reddit.
Okay.
And it's titled "New Friend?" question mark. And it goes, me, 32 female, and my boyfriend, 32 male, went to another couple's house for dinner. I was meeting them for the first time. My boyfriend has been friends with the guy for years. The guys went outside to grill dinner. I grabbed 2 glasses of wine and went to hang out with the girl. I found her FaceTiming her friend and I told her, "Oh, sorry, I'll wait in the kitchen." She says to me, "We don't have to be friends just because our boyfriends are." I was kind of surprised and just said, "Oh," and walked away. My boyfriend told me to keep trying, so I got her number. She's never responded to any of my texts. I asked her about it in person and she laughed. Is it wrong that I don't want to hang out with her anymore?
I think it's 100% understandable that you don't want to hang out with someone who's rude to you.
So I found this scenario interesting because there is still so much of that in like heterosexual like groups hanging out where the boys will go
Hmm.
and hang out and the girls will go and hang out.
Yeah.
And I would love like your opinion on that cuz like maybe it is antiquated, but also it's always my instinct to be a girl's girl. I love hanging out with girls.
Yeah, and even like just like I understand like two guy friends who knew each other beforehand, they're gonna want to spend time with each other,
Yeah.
like because like male friendship is super important. But I do think that if you have someone coming into your life through your boyfriend, you should be open and willing to at least get to know them before you decide that you're not going to be friends with them.
Yes. It's just like giving like I was talking about this right because there's a lot of World Cup stuff going on, and on social media there's a lot of people being like, wait a minute, Americans aren't so bad. But I think Americans get this stereotype abroad of being fake nice. But
Yeah,
for me, being nice, even if you like, it's not fake. You're being nice to someone. I like to be nice to people, and I like it when people are nice to me, even if I don't know them, and even if maybe it's just we're not going to have a relationship after this moment. For me, it's just like nice to be nice to people. We're all humans. It's like, why shouldn't we make this experience nice? And I feel like that extends to even if you're not super interested in being friends with someone, they're here. Why not have a nice interaction, you know?
yeah. I was reading some forums about moving to Georgia, the country,
Hmm.
and it's just reminding me of that because it was talking about how this person had moved there and they felt like everyone was really rude to them.
Mm.
And people were saying, like, people in Georgia are just much more. Sorry, my brain just spasmed. I should explain. My husband and I might move to Georgia for a period of time, which is why I
Yes.
was looking into this. I wasn't just Googling
Yeah,
what it's like
randomly.
to live in Georgia. But they were saying like people in Georgia are just much more direct than they are in the United States. So it might not be that they're being rude to you, but that they're just cutting through the bullshit, which is what you get when you're in the US. That's what they were saying. You get the bullshit
Hmm.
when you're in the US. But I don't think that it's necessarily bullshit. I think it's like a genuine want to make other people feel comfortable.
Yes, 100%. Right? To make other people feel welcomed and
Yeah.
like you're yeah, like invested in the person that's in front of you. I don't know.
Yeah, I um because I work in a place where the money that I make is very different from the money that some of the people around me make. I always make a concerted effort to like get to know them and know about their days.
Yeah.
So like when I'm going into the EDR to get food, I'm not just like, "Oh yeah, give me this, this and this." Like, "Hey, how's your day going? Like what's going on?" And that's because even though I make a lot more money than them and I know that, I feel like I shouldn't treat them like they're the help. Like they're another
Yes.
person who I should get to know and have
Totally.
a relationship with.
Yeah, it's like they're not right. It's like they still work in the same place as you. Ostensibly still like a coworker. You wouldn't treat yeah, someone you work with as just like
But some
there
people
to
do. Some
yeah.
people honestly treat them like crap. And it's so like, and they make even more money than me, and they treat me like crap because they know that they are like untouchable because they are in this position that they have. And it's just so, it's so off putting to act like that.
It really is. And like I was talking to my friend Val about this kind of quote unquote fake nice thing cuz she was saying in Hong Kong people don't do that. There's not like
Hmm.
a but she who like was raised in the US has this different view of it like where she kind of still she has this like she views it as fake and what she is doing because she has that American urge to like be nice and like be polite and for her maybe she does feel like she's kind of putting it on
Hmm.
but I don't feel that way, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I it's maybe one of the things I really appreciate about Americans, especially like Irish people. Maybe I think they say Irish people are fake nice, but I love it. That you go and they're so nice. I'm like, they're just welcoming, and
Yeah,
I
and then
don't
they talk
know.
about you behind your back. But I'm
Yeah,
fine with people talking about me behind my back.
Yeah, I'm
As
not
long as they're
there.
nice to me in person, like,
Yeah, exactly. It brings me to this, my opinion. This is, I feel really strongly about this, Pam. Just because someone annoys you or you don't find a person particularly fun to be around, you shouldn't make that their problem.
100%.
And it's different if someone's like actively horrible, they're misogynist, they're racist, they're ignorant. That's a different thing. If you just find someone annoying, a little bit unpleasant, that's not a reason to make their life miserable. You know?
100%. Like, treat other people like you would want to be treated. We're taught that in kindergarten.
Seriously. All right. On to the next, Pam. Oh, I guess we should say, yeah, it's totally fine to not want to be friends with that person who's like putting no
100%.
effort.
And honestly, I think that they should confront them and be like, hey, we don't have to be friends, but you also don't have to be a mega bitch.
100%. Hey, I don't know if there's a lot of people that don't know this. Maybe you're one of them. You don't have to be a mega bitch. Not necessary. Oh, yes. Okay. This one, I think Pam is gonna. This is an interesting one. It hits a little bit we have a lot of feelings, I feel, about children, and this is kind of in that vein.
Okay.
This is called, let's see, this is from Unhappy Sherbert 8178 on r/advice. They say, my sister refuses to hire a babysitter. My niece is 3.5. Me and my family have been helping my sister take care of her child since she was born while the sister works. We all still live together, so that makes it a little easier. Also, me and my mom were unemployed, so we had plenty of time. But that's changed now. My sister pays $200 a month in rent, which is supposed to cover herself, her child, and her boyfriend. Obviously, in this economy, obviously it doesn't in this economy. So my mom and stepdad cover a lot of extra costs for childcare already. Recently, me and my mom both started working again. I pay the same amount that my sister does for rent. Now that our schedules are all really busy, we've brought up how my sister's child needs an actual babysitter, or she could go to early Head Start since she's old enough, or my sister could get a better work schedule. My sister refuses to do any of these. She also refuses to pay any of us to watch her child. When we bring up how this is unfair, she gets mad and threatens to stop paying rent or move out. I get that we're family and family should help each other, but it gets to a point. It's been 3 years. My sister doesn't help us clean. She dumps her child on us with her needs unmet. Sometimes she even lies about the hours that she works just so she can have more time away from taking care of her child. I don't want to I don't want to take care of someone else's kid all the time, mostly on my days off, not sure what to do. What do you think?
I think let her move out. Like, if she's threatening to move out, let her move out and see what it's like when she doesn't have people there who have to take care of the child because they would go to jail otherwise.
Seriously, I think one of the comments someone had said that and the person responded, she's obviously not going to find a place to rent for $200 a
Yeah,
month, like especially for a family of 3, her boyfriend, her child. So she was like, she's threatening that, but she probably won't.
yeah, 100%. But I think in the meantime, like, don't plan around your sister. Let your sister plan around you.
Yeah.
Like, make your plans yourself. Let her know what your plans are, and just to be yourself.
Yeah. It's tough. Like I feel like there's a lot of family obligation. I relate to this because I also live in a house with my whole family still. um and there is like I really like living in a family where you can all really rely on each other for help.
Hmm.
I think the difference is no one expects you to help all the time. It's like,
Yeah. And if someone's taking advantage of the help too, I think it's a little bit different.
yes, it is like everyone knows, like, You can always ask, but everyone not like no one's going to be available 100% of the time, you know?
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
especially with young children, that takes up so much time. They they have to be watched from the minute they wake up to
Yep.
the moment they go to sleep, and then if they wake up at all. And that's that's a full-time job in and of itself.
Seriously.
Did they say anything? Is their father, the two sisters, father in the
Nothing.
picture?
I didn't see anything about it. But
Okay, because if they didn't mention him, I was thinking maybe if he is around, he
yeah.
would be able to pitch in, but maybe he has a job and he is working already.
Yeah. Yeah, I would wonder if it would work cuz like if you're still willing to help your sister a little bit. Like you give her like, one one day a week. Maybe your mom gives your sister one day a week and then the rest of the time you either have to have someone else or a babysitter or whatever. And like it's hard with people who refuse to do it. It's like what do you do, right? But
Yeah.
it seems like she's being a little unreasonable. And on the other hand,
But if they refuse to take care of the kid,
yeah,
what does she do?
yeah.
Sorry, I
Um,
cut you off there. You said on the other hand.
on the other hand, I do like it's stressful to have a child. Like you're saying, that is a full-time job. They require a lot of attention, and being a mother is really overwhelming. But, you gotta, it's your child.
Yeah.
You've gotta step up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one when, yeah, it's like if they're refusing, what do you do?
Yeah.
All right. Pammy, I have one more. Do you think we've got time for one more?
Yeah, I think we could do one more.
All right. I ended on a little bit of a more lighthearted one.
Okay.
This says, my dad, this is from Conscious Scale 4466. My dad doesn't have manners and I don't know what to do. Okay, so I, 17 female, live with my parents and my older sister who's 19 female. The sister moved out for college. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. And ever since, they've noticed that the dad is chewing extremely loudly. It sounds stupid,
Mm,
but I can't stand it. The mom notices, then they don't know how to approach it with him. They've started to like leave dinner early to find reasons not to sit at the table because it's like unbearable. So this is interesting. Another part I should add is that he pats me on the back, and I've told him repeatedly that I don't like that because it's very, very hot and he just ignores me. So the reason they're
mm.
writing is they had dumplings for dinner. They put soy sauce on their plate, and then the dad comes by and just dips his dumplings in the soy sauce without asking. There was a soy sauce bottle on the table, and I told him that there was soy sauce he could get for himself. The dad says he makes this joke that the OP has sensory problems because they don't like loud chewers and being patted on the back. So there was a lot of addressing all this behavior with the dad, and the dad, hey, doesn't care. So what do we think?
It's so hard with parents trying to get them to act like a human being to you and not lord over the fact that they um sorry, I was gonna say something super inappropriate, but I will censor myself.
Amen.
That they chose to have children
Yep.
and they they view that as they get to control what happens in your life.
Yep.
So this is a super hard one. I don't really know. Do you have any thoughts?
Like you're saying, it's tough. Like, can you imagine this dad patting anyone else on the back a bunch and that person saying, hey, I don't like it when you do that, like a coworker,
Yeah.
and then him just continuing to do it?
Yeah.
No, it's specifically because that's his child. He feels entitled to do what he wants and act how he wants, and he
And
doesn't.
even like mentioning, oh, you have sensory issues, like, okay, maybe respect those?
Right? Like, so even if I do, you wouldn't respect my boundaries. Oh, yeah, it's so hard. So I have like the adult advice in me is like probably, you have to either, I don't know, what some adult way, like if you've already tried to explain, like
Yeah.
sit down, like seriously be like, that this is really bothering me, can you please? But the child in me, who also has a dad that is like this, is like, do it
Hmm.
to him. Find something he hates, do it all the time. See how he likes it, it's like you got to speak their language. Seriously. Oh, yeah.
But I understand where the thought comes from.
Yeah. What would, like, if you were in the situation, what is the actual kind of course of action you would take?
It's so hard. I'm such a daddy's girl, and I have so many parental issues that I have to talk about in therapy. Because my dad does do stuff specifically to annoy me, but it's not like your dad where he's like he is doing it in a haha, I'm being playful way,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and not in a I'm like actually the worst person in the world. So I normally let it slide, but like he'll say out of pocket stuff and then I have to yell at him about it.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, "You get so riled up." And I'm like, "I do because it's important.
Yeah.
You can't
Seriously.
be saying shit like that out in the streets. Like you are going to get like I'm here trying to help you and you can't be doing this."
Yep.
Um but I have that relationship with my dad where I can be like level with me.
Yeah.
This isn't you got to cut it out.
Yep.
And he has the relationship with me where he knows whether he can keep going or not.
Yeah.
So I think if you don't have that type of relationship with your father, it's just harder to deal with situations.
Yeah. I would maybe this would get through to him, like if the person literally said to him, if your coworker asked you not to do this, would you keep doing it? Like framing it as if
Mm,
you are different. Like, would you do this to someone else? Like, because I feel
yeah,
like you're ignoring what I want because I'm your child. And I wonder how he would
yeah.
respond to that.
Try to get them to shift perspective and look at it from a
Yeah.
different angle.
I think that would be my adult advice.
Well,
Beautiful.
I think that that's the best advice that we could give.
Uh,
Adult advice with a little bit of what you could do
yeah.
if you wanted to.
If you wanted to. Beautiful. Well, Pamela Lamb, do you have any closing thoughts? You've still got some time before your next flight. How are
I
you
have
gonna
so
spend your
much before
time?
my next flight. I am just hanging out in the Admiral's Lounge,
Ooh.
which I paid to get into. I don't have the perks for that. But a 9 hour layover, I was like, I'm gonna be hanging out in the Admiral's Lounge for that.
Amen.
So yeah, I'm gonna work on writing a little bit. I'm gonna scroll TikTok. That's my plan.
That's beautiful. I wish you a very safe and comfortable flight.
And if you want to get in touch with us and ask us any advice or maybe tell us a game that we should play in the future during one of our sleepovers, you can reach out to us at PSDontTellMailbag@gmail.com. That's PSDontTellMailbag@gmail.com.
Thank you all so much for joining us at our sleepover. It's late. We're tired. Grab your sleeping bag and your pillow and join us next time. And P.S. Don't tell.